Dos, great to be here with you today, having a chat.
Great to be with you, Jordan.
Thank you, sharing some stories of our own and what makes the Trinners a special place for us. What initially drew you to the club, and what's kept you involved with the club over all these years, Dos?
Well, initially, I'd sort of stopped playing or being involved in cricket a long time ago, but then I had children, and so my youngest son, Finn, right from a very young age, just loved cricket. So as soon as he was old enough to go to a club, I started looking in the area. We're playing like junior football, and we're at Fairfield Primary School. Marshall Toohey, and Finn was in Donovan Toohey's year. Marshall said, "Don't go to any other club except Holy Trinity. It's the place to go." Yeah. So I came here.
Yep, I'd take his recommendations. He's got good advice.
Yeah, so that's why I came to the club, and then by the end of training, I was the coach. Yeah,
and that's a good coach as well. Very good. And so then, what's kept you here? What obviously there was a reason to come here.
Yeah.
Marshall, what kept you here?
What kept the culture really. I mean, there was just great people around, and look, there's some the legendary sort of players at the club, like your Al Petalinos and your Maddos, and then great people like Carly, and the growth of the girls' teams and the women's teams. Obviously, and I've also got a daughter, Minnie, who loves cricket, and she was always super keen to have a girls' team, and it was really Minnie and Carly that made that all happen. So we ended up with the Holy Trinity with the girls' team. You know, so Finn came in because he loved it, and then Minnie came in because she loved it, and it's always been incredibly supported by great people.
Absolutely.
And what about you? So what drew you to Holy Trinity in the first place, Jordan?
So I, as a kid, wanted to play cricket, and we called the council. I don't know if it was the Darrabee Council at the time, and they posted out a printout with different clubs and highlighted Croxton Cricket Club and Holy Trinity Cricket Club.
Yeah.
And said they're two of the better clubs that are sort of nearby. Okay, so we went and tried Croxton one night and didn't really get the same feel that I sort of was looking for. And then walked up the ramp here at Hayes Park, and Heidi was standing there to greet me to the club, and it just felt like the place to be. And from there, it was just a great experience playing some really good junior cricket and then into seniors, and always felt like a safe place to come and play cricket and have fun.
Yeah.
And then a bit of time off for work, and then when I had the opportunity to start playing again, there was no other club I wanted to go to, and being here, it's a great place to play cricket, right? And so we have great people and some really special moments, and being able to play cricket with my son, in one of the social games in the Pride Cup Day that we had a few years ago is one of the most special moments I have. So it's those sort of moments that the club's created. So
yeah, same thing for me. I played with I remember playing with Finn, and then playing with Noah, and then playing with Minnie, and it really is special to play with your kids and have that opportunity to do that at the cricket club. And the other thing that I'd forgotten about is the vets. So I started playing vets cricket, which was just sensational fun. Just great people. Over 40, we were pretty good when we were over 40, and then we were pretty bad when we were over 50.
I've seen you hit a couple of good cut shots last year. I think you've still got it in you. So, can you share what's a particular special or memorable moment that you've experienced as being part of the club?
Well, there's so many of them, but two really sort of stand out. One is because when the girls first, they couldn't even hit the pitch, the girls, when they first started here. And then the work that Heidi put in, that Carly put in, that I put in, that lots of people around the club put in, we ended up with a group of girls that were very talented and really connected as a team. And they came out of nowhere, lost all the games, I think, before Christmas. After Christmas, didn't lose a game. We made the grand final. We were the massive underdogs in the grand final. There would have been 100 Trinners there watching this grand final. So it was, and we won. So we won our first girls premiership in 2019, and that was a hugely memorable moment. It was incredibly exciting. And obviously the other one is last year, just blew me away, and I was literally in tears at the JICA grand final at Fairfield Park.
Yeah.
When we won that one, it was a big moment, and then it was a big night back
big
here.
Night as well.
It was great.
The Holy Ones was
the Holy
written
Ones.
and then later recorded. For me, probably two special moments as well. I think one that I still remember, and it was a very long time ago. I was still a kid. I think I still playing probably under 16s with Duck, but I'd gone home on selection night, and we didn't have Facebook back then. I'm not that old, but Facebook hasn't been around that long. But you'd ring up the club room. We used to have a landline here, and you'd ring up. And I remember calling and asking Julie, "Hey Julie, where have I been picked?" And she told me I got picked in the ones, and that was a good moment for me. I was really happy with that. And then, but the most memorable moment, apart from that game with my son, but the most memorable moment would have to be that ones flag.
It was amazing.
And just the reward for so many players that have played for so long, for all the volunteers that put in, for players that have stopped playing and didn't get a chance to win an A-grade flag. It was a really special,
huge,
memorable moment. And
it was really one of those moments that you really got it. It was a club win. It was obviously there's 11 guys on the field, but everybody felt that win. Everybody felt it, and so that's when you know you've got something going on as a club and a culture. Yeah?
Absolutely, and really good work to everyone that was involved in that. Yeah. Any unique traditions or rituals within the club that hold a special meaning to you, or that you participate in, or that you're aware of?
Well, the one thing I actually love, I love the Thursday night dinners. I really enjoy being part of them. I enjoy working with Guru in the kitchen. He does get a little bit Gordon Ramsay-ish.
No, he wouldn't do that, would he?
He gets very particular. He likes things cut a certain way. But he's good. He goes well in the kitchen, and feeding 40 people is an effort on a Thursday night, and we punch it out pretty quickly. Robbie Philpott does a great job in the kitchen as well. So I love that part of it. I love the Thursday night dinners are just a sensational part. And then the Saturday mornings, like when you come here, people start filtering in, walking in. There's sandwiches being made. The dimmies are getting steamed, all of that stuff. I love that part of the Saturday morning before the game.
Absolutely, it's a good part of the day. For me, I'm not a massive fan of the warm-up, but part of the warm-up includes, there's always a joke, and sometimes it might happen to be me that has a crap joke, but just being together as a team and having a bit of a laugh is really good. But I must agree, that Thursday night dinner and the Christmas dinner that we did, really, really great moment. Just so many people here having a laugh, enjoying it, and that's what how you connect. You break bread, have a chat, have a laugh, have a drink. So I'd have to agree. That
was awesome.
A really special ritual.
The other thing that happened, which is clearly going to become a ritual, because Kev Clarkson, who's on a committee meeting a while ago, we weren't going to have a kids' Christmas event, and he put his foot down, and then Lynette got behind it, and it was unbelievably successful.
Yeah,
and I tell you what, if anyone was born to be Santa, it's Kev Clarkson.
Kev did a phenomenal
deep voice. He just did it.
Phenomenal.
Fantastic. Connects beautifully with the kids.
But it wasn't Kev. It was we actually got Santa in, so it wasn't.
Oh, it was Santa. So yeah, but if anyone was going to be Santa,
help out Santa. Yeah.
Kev's a good stand-in if you ever need one of Santa.
How has the club impacted your life, both on and off the field?
Well, it's just amazing being. I come from a big family. I'm one of 12 kids, and I've always wanted to be, to have that sense of community and to be connected. And so there's a real sense of community, there's a sense of connection when you come here. You feel known, you feel that you belong, and that's just a great thing for anyone. It's good for your mental health to know that you've got somewhere you can go and feel safe and included with people. And it's been awesome for my kids as well. So all my 4 kids have played at the club. They always feel included here. and they want to be here. So I mean, it's been an important part of my family actually. So yeah.
Yeah,
and what about you, Jordan?
For me, I'd probably say similar. I know when I left working sort of in a corporate environment 10 years ago, and I was on my own, I didn't really have a team around me. So being back in cricket gave me that team environment. But then, the last couple of years have been a little bit of a challenge for me, and that's been, coming to cricket has been a really good, fun place to be, and you just go and have a bat, have a field, whatever, but just being around the club, having fun. And you sort of get a bit sad when it comes to the end of the season.
Absolutely.
What are you going to do? So perhaps a winter team might be on the cards, but it makes a massive difference for me. And especially even if we're not playing and we're just sitting with Kev yesterday out on the grass there, we had a couple of chairs and we're just chatting. Annie was there, Echo was there with us, Rob Philbot came out. It's just those sort of moments where you just being around good people.
It's
significant.
Makes a big difference.
There's been some challenging times at the club over celebrating 100 years this year. The most challenging time, I think that we would agree on, would probably be, COVID. What are your thoughts on how we dealt with it, or how did it bring the community together, and how did we overcome that and get through that?
Yeah, COVID was weird because at the time I just become the president of the club, and so I've become a club president of a club that wasn't playing cricket. So didn't know if we'd be playing cricket. Didn't know we were going to play cricket again, and there was all these unknowns around barcodes and cleaning balls and the loss of afternoon teas, which is a tradition, like a major tradition. That was a big. So COVID was just a massive impact, and it was hugely challenging for everyone. But what was fantastic is that some people we know were isolated, and there were people at the club that kept creating that connection with people that were isolated during COVID. It was a tough time for many people. We ran
the Kahoot, we did the trivia. I don't know if you remember that.
We had an online trivia night.
Doug Park hosted that one. That was good.
Yeah, Dave Park, he's good at that stuff, Doug, isn't he? He's got that sort of deep radio voice.
Yeah.
Welcome to Doug Park's Kahoot. So he was. So that was good fun. So we all got together via Zoom, and then we'd hear, there was rumours. I mean, I think Rob, he might have been the first one that we knew had COVID. Yeah. But it was just fantastic when we all got back together again.
And also, we didn't have, at the time, at the start of COVID, we didn't have a senior men's coach, and we didn't have a senior men's captain either.
Yeah, no, it was tricky. So we had COVID, and then we didn't, and then we also had some holes in leadership, which was very challenging at the time. We didn't know how it was all going to pan out. Yeah.
So absolutely. So I'd say that was probably the biggest challenging time that I've been part of the club. And something.
Absolutely.
What, in your opinion, what sets the cricket club apart from others, and what makes it such a special place for all of our members?
Well, I think that what sets it apart is that, well, first of all, we've got this very strong junior program, both boys and girls. We've got women at the club, and strong leadership from women at the club as well.
Absolutely.
And then we've also got the people that your Heidies and your Ducks, the people that have been around for a long time. And then we've still got sort of legends of the club still participating and playing in Al. Well, he's coming back, ain't he? Well, and Maddo. So I think it's that sort of that mix of girls, women, boys, seniors, and it all works together. And look, there are times we have differences and challenges, but we always we get through them together, and we've sort of got there's a sense that there's that we've got a common purpose, and so any blues or arguments or things that happen get sorted out really quickly, and I think that sort of defines a culture that's really strong, and that's what we've got. We've got a strong culture, and people like being here.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think definitely our culture is what we
Yeah.
make, and everyone plays a part in that. And that we do have great people here. And I mean, every club would say they have great people, but you look at the way that we drive inclusion in every aspect, whether from a skill set. I think it was Alex Raj. I don't know if it was to you that he said it or to somebody else, but when he first came to the club, his ability to connect and train with even one's players, and
doesn't happen in the UK.
And last year, round one, watching in the fours, we had 3 new players, and a couple of them had actually come through our All Abilities program as well, and seeing them out there playing cricket and just being included in such it was a special moment. And then we've got some exceptional cricketers as well. So
unbelievable cricketers. I mean, there's guys who play cricket here that could have really gone and played. If they had wanted to do that, could have really given it a shake at the highest levels. Some unbelievable players. Matto
was hitting him pretty good last night at training as well. So he's definitely one of them, right?
He's definitely one of them for sure. I think the other thing, Jono, I just thought of then was that. The thing is that we haven't really been a club that's got the checkbook out and gone and looked for players and paid them, and I think that's made a massive difference because the people that we've got at the club want to play for the club, and they're not playing for the money, and I think that's made and where we've put our resources is into the development of players, into junior development, into coaching.
Absolutely.
And that's. Look what happened last year. I mean, 4 of the junior guys who'd gone through the junior development program and the winter program were in the A-grade final.
Yeah.
And we did, and none of them were getting paid, 5 or 10 grand a year to come and play cricket.
Absolutely, without a doubt. And so, finally, as we celebrate our club's 100-year milestone. What do you envisage for the future of the club, and hope its legacy for future generations will be?
Yeah, well, it's a bit. I mean, the thing is that the thing you can have that I've got real confidence of is that we've got a club that's going to be here in the future. Like it's growing, and it's a destination club, so people want to be part of it, and. And Jordan, you brought in some great initiatives around mental health, all the things that really matter to people. Connection, belonging, health, well-being. They're things that we're here to play cricket, but because we're here together and we're congregating together, I think that those elements of community connection are going to just grow bigger and bigger going into the future. We're starting to get a lot more connected too with local businesses in the local community through the business directory.
Yep.
So we're working as a local community to build those networks and those connections with businesses and with council. So it's not just a cricket club, but it's a community hub. And I see into the future there's going to be much more of that sort of community hub. A place where people can come and feel connected and belong.
Yeah, absolutely, and so totally agree with that. And my hope is that in 20 years' time, or maybe longer, I'm not sure, our kids are here at the club and potentially have some of their kids.
Yeah, they're generations,
well.
generations of kids.
You see in the one-day team this year, which Whitty's captaining, there was 3 father-son combinations. And we've had father-daughter combinations previously. We've had mother-daughters playing together in our women's comp. So that's what we want to see, and we want to win flags, and we play to win, but we also play to create a great culture, and that's what we just want to maintain and continue to build on, and push the boundaries and different initiatives.
Yeah, so I mean, look, we've got babies now coming into the club. Clarksons, there's going to be some
Philpott,
Clarksons and Philpotts.
There's a good video of young Jack's son that we're going to share fairly soon. Of he was padded up and batting in front of the TV on Boxing Day. But
I've also got Mel Pearce's kids. They're great kids. Bella and Maddie and Ava. who help out in the canteen as well, and they're walking around in Holy Trinity gear. They're going to be like lifetime cricketers at the club as well. So it is getting generational, which I agree. That's a fantastic thing going into the future.
Yeah, absolutely. So look, it's been great chatting. Thanks for the opportunity to share my stories with you and yours with me. And
yeah, well, it's great. I mean, look, and the other thing is that I think we've got is that as a committee, and we've got a great connection, and we've got, sometimes we don't always agree on decisions get voted on, and somebody says no, I don't agree with that, but it happens because of it's the best thing for the club.
Yep.
And I just think there's a great rapport amongst the committee and the club at the moment. And I think you're just doing a great job as president, Jordan, and love working with you.
Likewise, mate. It's a taking on from where you left off.
Yeah.
It's
and then we were all left off before that.
Exactly right. We're up there on the honour board. So and there's so many people that do good things. We're very, very lucky to be part of such a good team and a good club.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.